Hello.
I'm the first person. Oh, you are?
You are the first person, and we have just gone live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Right, so we are going to be cooking. It's cooking with Amma and selling. We are juice plusing. It's a lifestyle change I've been preaching for a while. If you are here, please share the stream for me because even I forgot to bring an alternative device. Okay, I found my phone, so I can at least attempt to share. Right. I am going into a cooking mode. We are cooking together. It's been a while since I did live cooking. Life gets hectic, but I realize that I miss it. So we are going to go down that route today. Join me. Help me share the video. Hi, Nene. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. We are cooking. And I do alternative cooking because I have seen the health benefits of alternative cooking. I will explain some of them to you. Hopefully, it will help you understand the different ways of doing things. So I am going to cook a sauce without a drop of oil. That's the idea. Sauce without a drop of oil. That's what we are cooking. A sauce without a drop of oil. And when we finish, we will use that to eat rice. Sauce without a drop of oil. That's what we are doing. Hi. Yeah, your line went off. Come back, sis. And let's deal. Come back, reconnect, and let's talk. I want us to talk business. I want us to talk health. I want us to talk a lot of things. So, thank God you are all here. And thank God you are willing to change things and to transform things. So let's do this together. A sauce without a drop of oil. That's what I'm hoping to do. I will be prepping the ingredients. So sometimes I'll be in the frame. Sometimes I'll go out of frame and whatnot. But you will still hear me and it will still be good. So at the moment, I'm just prepping, ready to go. We are going to chop onions. I'm going to make my chili blend, which is the base of all my cooking at the moment. The base of the cooking is my chili blend. So we are going to make the chili. Good food can take out certain things, but I think some core things should also not be removed. Taste should not be compromised. Yeah? Certain things can be removed, but not others. So in my chili sauce, ta-da, is a lot of chili. Slim-fingered red chilies going right in. Because I'm going to be removing certain things. I have to say, I don't cook with Maggi. I don't cook with Knorr. I don't cook with any of those things anymore. What I'm going to be dealing is capsicum. I'll be dealing mushrooms. We will be doing carrots. I have some leftover carrots. We will use that. But that's for later. First thing is the blending of the chili, where the whole game starts. And I'm looking for my blender. And obviously my blender is not interested in coming on the show. My blender has left the show. It's not interested in my nonsense whatsoever. Okay, there it is. Welcome to the show, blender. Hey, hi, Alfred. Ready? Hi, and Rich Baby is back. Hello, sis. Hello, baby. My blender has left the show. Hello. Right, so I am going to make a sauce, and I'm going to make a sauce without a drop of oil. I want us to learn how to do it. Benny, hello. My field, it's good to see you. Chilies going in. I'll show you the blender as we go along. I'm just washing my chilies, and my chilies just go in when they are washed. I am putting the chilies in so the chilies can serve as my base of taste, if you like. It's the same chili we used to eat, kinky, hot pepper. But I make that and I use that as the base of the sauce so that when I take the oil out and the knorr and its brothers and sisters are also out, at least the food we eat has taste. It has some personality. It is worth eating because when food has no taste, it's not worth anything. Rich babe, let me ask you a question, my dear, with you
Okay.
and baby. So we are doing healthy eating, and I can see you've got a little baby. How do you do healthy eating with your small baby? What do you do?
Normally, what I do is I blend all the vegetables
Yeah.
because my kids are kids that they don't like to see any green, any red, any blue. So anything that I have to make has to be blended and mixed with a red sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom, isn't it?
yeah, even though mushroom, I sometimes use mushrooms, but they don't like the mushrooms. So if I want to make goulash sauce, instead of me cutting the paprika and the mushrooms, I blend all so they don't
Yeah.
see anything in it.
So it's not that my kids don't like vegetables, it's that mom doesn't know the trick.
Yeah,
Because when you blend it and you put it in the sauce, everybody thinks it's delicious.
it's delicious. Yeah,
They like it.
they love it.
So the
Instead
problem
of
really
me
is
cook it
seeing
again,
it.
but never though I don't let them see the red, gold, green. Yeah,
Right. So the red, gold, green is still in the food.
still
You
in the
are a wise woman. You are making sure that your family still gets what they want, but you also make sure that you put in what they need, right?
yeah. I have to because I cannot always cook the same way. It has to be balanced.
Yeah. Why is it important though that we do this balanced meal nonsense? Next item going in my pot is tomatoes. I've just washed them and I'm cutting them for the blender. Rich babe, why should people with children even bother to make food balanced?
Because it
Why is
always
that?
helps the child to grow. It always helps the child to boost their immune system, to make it stronger, to let it also make them strong also because they need that vitamin to help them grow and to
That's
fight
the word.
also some diseases. Some diseases you need some not from medicine but vitamins.
So vitamins and minerals and things like that, that's actually your natural source.
Yeah, yeah, baby.
And if you are able to get food to be balanced, then you probably don't need a lot of medicines, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So,
No, go.
hey boys.
It seems that today is going to be a day. Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you go on camera, the kids always want your attention. So yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Go. The next place is always been in there. Let's go there. Nee, it's not connected. Go, 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 go. Leave me alone.
That is the reality of parenting.
Yes. And somebody's
Don't,
also emptying my dishes here.
well, don't need to pretend it's anything else. It's the reality we live with. So in my pot at the moment, there is just chilies and there's tomatoes. I'm going to blend it whilst Rich Babe is trying to settle the boys. When she settles the boys, I will be done blending. And we right. So all we have in here is chili sauce. Still making the chili sauce. There's been chilies, lots of it, and there's been tomatoes, some of it, and in there, what my hands is now going to join some onions, the usual suspects. I like to bring in the diversity because the diversity brings diversity of nutrients. The whole idea of eating is to make sure that your body receives the nutrients it needs to be able to perform normally and at optimum, and to avoid illnesses, because most illnesses, I have come to know, are deficiency conditions. When you don't eat well, certain things happen. So let's say 3 years ago, yeah, I lost my dad 3 years ago. As part of that process was some very funny behaviors. I couldn't eat properly. I started eating differently from what I did. I was grieving, so things were quite difficult. And the unfortunate thing with situations like that is that you don't receive the nutrients you need. I'm cooking and I use salt like everybody else, but my compensation is right here. I do Himalayan pink salt. Why do I do Himalayan pink salt? I do Himalayan pink salt because of the constituents of Himalayan pink salt. Himalayan pink salt reduces the sodium and it increases the potassium. And most of the problems you hear about salt are due to the high sodium content. So if you can reduce sodium and you can replace some of the sodium with potassium, you'll be helping your nervous system and you will be benefiting your systems generally, full stop. So Himalayan pink salt has gone in. So now in my blend, we have the chili, we have the tomatoes, we have onions now, and we have salt. And that's going right in. And it's just going excellent. Blend done. Ready to go. I am making a sauce, and the sauce I'm making involves shrimps. Okay. So it's frozen shrimps, nothing fancy. Fresh shrimps will be better, but it's not every time that I have fresh shrimps. So we are doing frozen shrimps. And we will talk about the recipe as we go along. But Rich Babe, you are one of the crazy women who's joined me to do Juice Plus and to add it to your children. Why did you do that? Why have you decided that you will add Juice Plus to what you feed your family? Why are you doing that?
It's because it's a great opportunity.
Right. So the business is a great opportunity, but what's the benefit for the kids?
To get to eat vitamins.
Yeah.
To get to know that, to get to eat more vitamins, to make sure that they are immune and their energy are all good.
So you find that we are trying to make better recipes, trying to get vegetables and fruits in. However, there is only a few fruits and a few vegetables you can add into a recipe.
Yeah.
And always, if you are honest, there are some vegetables that you don't eat. And because there are some vegetables you don't eat, there will be some minerals and vitamins you don't get. Right, we've got a guest. Let's see. Hello, guests.
Yeah. A lot of my kids don't like really not much fruit. One like banana and the other one like only apple. The rest is a taboo.
Yeah. It's not just your kids, it's
so with the juice plus has really helped. So,
oh, what's happened to the network? Rich Babe, you are frozen. You've gone into slow-mo.
The line is really bad.
Please come back, rejoin for me, okay? Ajwa?
Hello, Emma.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Akaba, and welcome to my crazy broadcast. So it's one of the things that I love to do, but I've not had time to do for a while, is the live cooking. So today, I decided that whilst I'm here, we will have that conversation. But whilst we're having that conversation about healthy eating and whatnot, I want to engage you guys who are on this Juice Plus crazy things with me to explain why people like us decided to add Juice Plus to what we give our kids. Adwa, tell them a little bit about you and the courses in nutrition and the courses in nutrition you've done. What's your background? Tell us a little bit about you.
Um, Amma, you always
You
put
know,
me on the spot.
yeah, always, always. Tell us a little bit about what
Um,
experiences you have. Rich babe, there's a bit of feedback, so when Adwa finishes, I'll come back to you. Okay. Excellent.
okay. Um, I studied, I think, home economics back home in Ghana.
Yeah.
And when I came here, I did education in home economics in Ghana before coming here in UCC. And then when I came here, I gave birth, right? So I gave
Okay.
birth to my kids, and they were premature. They were born very early. One stayed in hospital for almost 3 months, and they went through a lot of surgeries. So in hospital, they had a lot of antibiotics because they were always here and there. Today infection, tomorrow this, tomorrow that. So they had a lot of infection. So when they were discharged, finally they came home. Everything was going on well, and then as they were growing, no, I think when they went to nursery at 2 years, they started private nursery. So when they were in nursery, one of the nursery teachers was like, "Oh, your kids are too hyper." So I decided to look to research into what she's talking about. So I started researching, looking for answers because basically they want every child to sit down. When you say sit, you sit. But there are some kids when you say sit, they won't sit. So I started looking for answers, and so through me looking for answers, I discovered that through nutrition you can correct these things because some kids who have been on antibiotics for a very long time, it affects their immune system. It affects a whole lot of things in their body because a lot of antibiotics depletes the good bacteria in our gut. So it makes most of the kids, go hyper, do a lot of things. They have behavior issues. Some kids, it affects their learning. They have learning issues as well. So through this journey, I discovered you can do this through nutrition. So I started, and you won't get this from the NHS anyway. So I started looking for answers outside, private. So I've been to a lot of private nutritionists. Some are cheap, some are expensive. You go
Yeah.
for 50 minutes appointment for £150, and you go like, can I come back again? Then you go like because you need answers. I needed answers. I needed to find answers to the situation. Then finally one day I saw I met a nutritionist on the internet, so I got
Yeah.
into contact. Then she was having a course for parents. So I joined in. The reason why I was doing this, not because of anything, but because I didn't want my child to get labeled. So I
Yeah.
was just fighting left and right to do all that I can to fight for my child. So I met this nutritionist, having a course for parents with all sorts of things. So I joined in just to study the course to see if it's going to help my kids. And then at the end of the day, through this, I've gained a lot of knowledge. To be frank with you, the things that I know now, sometimes I go like, wow, because without this, there'll be no way. Probably if I see somebody's child being too hyper, I would have complained, but now no. Because sometimes I see some people kids and I go like, oh, this child, maybe she needs just vitamin D and everything will be okay. He needs a little nutrient here and there. Yeah, because through this I've learned a lot to see there is a lot in nutrition that helps our body, that helps most kids. But I think most of us we are not aware. So we
Yeah.
quickly go to the doctors and then just listen to whatever that they are saying, then we put our kids on drugs. Well, sometimes it's just a petty thing, a petty nutrient that will correct that thing from you. So
Adwa, let's
I
slow
joined.
down. Slow down. So what you are actually saying to me now is that a lot of the problems children have is due to what they eat and not meeting their needs nutritionally. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes.
And
Even
did you
I'll start from Amma. Can I say something? I'll start from even we the mothers when we are pregnant.
yeah,
Start from pregnancy because when we lack a lot of nutrients in our
yeah,
bodies, it results in these things. Most of us don't go for the normal checkup that you can go for to the GP. Then you go check if you have everything at the right point, like vitamin D, especially with we lack a lot of vitamin D when we move from Ghana and come here. But not all of us go to the hospital to check if can I see the level of my vitamin D. And most people get pregnant with their vitamin D level very low, and
yeah.
it results in a whole lot of things. I went to this workshop, right, and the nutritionist in went for the workshop in London here. During this COVID time, it was online, and there is this lady who came on the workshop. She was a Somalian, and she asked the question like, "Why is it that when they are back home, they have their babies don't get their babies are not autistic or ADHD, learning problems, but when they move to this country, and what the nutritionist said was like, because most of the Somalians, when they are in their country, they are okay, but when they come here, most of them lack vitamin D, and then we have this problem with the iron. Most of the time our iron levels are very low. How many times do you go to the GP to check whether our iron levels are where they are supposed to be?
You don't
How do
even
you
know
do
what
that?
iron is. See you. Second what with that. We don't know what iron is. We are busy working. Leave us alone.
So when we get pregnant, because the iron levels, the vitamin D levels are all down, it results in all these things, all these complications when we have our kids.
Adwa, slow down. I'm just taking it slowly. But for those of you who are interested, you are cooking with me. And this is where we are at the moment. In my pot right now, we have shrimps. So you can see the pink color with the water. And there is calamari. So I'm going to let those two steam, cook, whilst Adwa and I are talking. And what I'm going to use to season, I made earlier for those of you who are here, is just ordinary hot sauce. This is hot sauce my way. It contains chili pepper, it contains tomatoes, onions, and Himalayan pink salt. So I am going to put a generous amount of that in so that the calamari can be steaming, cooking with the chili imbibing in. And I'm also going to add, so in this house, there is no Maggi, there is no Knorr, there is definitely no monosodium glutamate. I'll explain those things. I took them out in a minute. So what we have is actual spices and herbs, right? Actual spices and herbs, real spices and herbs. And I buy them in large quantities. This is cloves. I don't even know the English name for this one. Hintia. And I blend those things.
Oh, I think it's Senegal pepper.
Is it?
Yeah, they have different names: Senegal pepper, Negro pepper, a whole lot of names for it.
I suppose I'm a Negro, so okay, fine. Negro pepper is fine. Whatever they want to call it, you know. Negro pepper, black pepper, good pepper. Who cares? But
yeah, when go in the internet, they have a whole lot of names for it.
And what I've done is a blend of spices. I mix and blend this one myself. So I collect those things. And if you could be here to smell it, and you could get the aroma coming from these spices, you will not put any cube in your food. So I have a blend, and I'm just going to put some of the blend in. I made this myself. It contains rosemary. It contains cloves. It contains black pepper. It contains a lot of spices. And that is going to be my seasoning for my protein. So my protein is going to be cooking whilst we chat. And whilst we chat, I'll be cutting the vegetables and whatnot alongside. So Adwa, what we are actually saying, and it was one of the things that blew my mind, when I started this healthy eating thing. I'll tell you a story. I was telling them before when we came. 3 years ago, when I lost my dad, my eating became odd because my whole behavior became very odd. I liked eating particular things, and then I disliked eating everything else. And for that reason, my nutrients levels dipped, and I didn't even realize this at the time. But after the funeral, a few months after the funeral, I found myself beginning to get episodes of dizziness. I get dizzy, I get very lightheaded, and I didn't know what it was. And I was wondering, actually, the year after my father's, the 1 year anniversary when we went to Ghana, I felt that I was about to die. I could not sit in a car. When I sat in a car and the car began to move, I had such a terrible episode of motion sickness you could not describe. But you know, with these things, when they first start happening to you, you have no idea what's going on, right? Yeah. All I know is that I had this, it felt like my head was about to explode. It wasn't a pain because I took all the painkillers, but the painkillers were not really helping. Just that I couldn't stand. I couldn't do anything. At first I said it was diabetes. I started whatever. No, it wasn't. And then I said it was my sugar levels dipping. Drank a lot of sugar, fooled myself to think it was working. And then after a while I realized, no, it wasn't even the sugar. Went to the hospital in Ghana. They made me waste all my holiday money, running every test under this sun, and they could not even explain it. Obviously, I had an ear infection as well. So I told myself that it was all the ear infection, blah, 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 and I started feeling better. But I remembered later that when we came back, I had some capsules here. It's called Big Capsule, and the Big Capsule contains almost every nutrient that you can have, okay? When I started taking Big Capsule is when I started seeing improvements, but it didn't connect. I still didn't realize. Carried down a few months, the thing was back because I had stopped taking the capsules. I went and they gave me treatment for vertigo, dizziness. But then I remembered again, oh, it was Big Capsule which helped. I went back and started taking the capsule. It started improving. And that's when I began to make, I began to make the relationship out between nutrition and what was happening to me. What was happening to me and killing me and ruining my experience was just lack of simple things like I was a bit anemic, 1. I did not have enough zinc, 2. My vitamin D levels, vitamin E levels, and vitamin everybody levels you knew were low. And my body was in revolt. It was in revolt. It just couldn't work. And it was not interested in working. Now, Ajua, let's tie that in with children. This is what it did to me as an adult. If children have poor nutrition, give us some of the things that could happen. What could happen if we don't feed the kids right?
Emma, I don't know, a whole lot of things,
Take your time.
There's this saying that says you are what you eat.
Exactly.
Right. And the way we feed ourselves. When we get, we know you have to give your child breast milk for 6 months. Then after 6 months, you start introducing the food to your child, right? And normally, what you introduce to the child from 6 months, that is what that child knows. And I would say hardly, most of us, including myself, hardly will we introduce fruit and vegetables to our kids at 6 months.
Do we even know what fruits and vegetables are ourselves?
We start giving them the fufu, the bankus, whatever we are eating, we start introducing to our kids. I remember once when I went to this baby group, and I think the baby was a white lady's baby was 3 months, and she was giving the baby blueberries. And I'm like, oh, maybe, because even me, I won't eat the blueberries. How much more my baby?
Yeah.
because we don't have any idea what they do for our body. No, I wouldn't say we don't have. We know when you eat fruit and vegetables, it gives us the nutrients that we need. But normally we don't eat them, especially with the berries, right? Because it doesn't taste nice. So if you give let's say if your child is given a lot of from 6 months, we introduce a lot of carbohydrates to them, protein, and then they lack the fruits and the vegetables. Even when we cook, we use we use vegetables to cook, but we tend to overcook them.
Hi.
Which at the end of the day, our kids lose everything. Basically we lose everything while we are cooking because we tend to overcook a lot of things, and we don't give them the what do you call it? We don't give them
the proportions we need.
The right proportions that they need to balance their body.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if kids lack these basic nutrients or basic vitamins, as I said earlier on, it affects some of them their behavior. Some of them it affects their behaviors. It affects their learning.
Wow.
And then we have a lot of illnesses that nowadays is common with kids. That sometimes you learn, and then you get to know, you do a research and you get to know, it's because that child don't have these nutrients, or they lack it, they have it, but it's not in the right quantity. That makes that child behave that way. Sometimes when the child get that right nutrient, that child, whatever behavior or whatever the situation, it starts to correct. And everything is in the food that we eat. Yes, everything is in the food that we eat, but because we don't eat well, we don't give the right proportion of nutrients into our body. I think that makes most of our kids have these issues at school and in the house and so on and so forth. And mostly we blame, I don't know, Mama, whom do we blame when these things happen?
The devil. I said devil now. No? Okay, the hometown witches. What about them? No?
No. Yes.
Wait, rich babe.
Amma, can I say something to Yaps?
Yes, you can say something, but I'm still saying that it's the devil.
What I'm trying to say is we do the breastfeeding for 6 months, 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. But after 6 months, we are advised to start introducing food to kids. So whilst you are breastfeeding, you are introducing the food that you also eat to your child. That is what I meant. Sorry if I didn't explain very well.
Okay. Hello. Yes, with no oil. Calamari insurance name. Woo. Right. And here discussing healthy living and better choices. Until kasa. I draw one who say, mother don't want to school. A teacher for today said, attention deficit. Your child cannot communicate. Your child will not pay attention. Your child cannot. Your child cannot do this. Your child cannot do this. Do a lot of people know that some of these things are magnesium deficits? Do people know that ordinary magnesium can do that to your child? Magnesium.
Yeah.
You will be having a hell of a time. The teachers are disturbing your peace. The other kids are complaining about your kid.
Yeah.
Cannot make friends. They are terrible. They are having a torrid time in life. Your kid will be struggling and crying. And all this is because your child does not have magnesium in their diet sometimes.
Yeah.
when you find out what causes some of these problems, sometimes you just want to cry. Well, I do. Because something as simple as magnesium should not make you suffer this much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You knew that the problem was magnesium, you will go to a store and buy all the magnesium in this world and buy yourself peace of mind, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And it's not just magnesium, it can be a combination of other things. So, Ajwa, coming from nutrition and knowing very well that you have a battle with the kids that you are already fighting, why did you choose to give them Juice Plus? Why?
Basically, you see, when you give Juice Plus to your child, or when we take the Juice Plus, it bridges the gap between what we eat and what the body also needs.
Okay.
Because normally, as I said earlier on, we tend to overcook what we eat. So if,
Yeah.
let's say, I know I'm cooking a lot of things with a lot of vegetables to eat as a dinner or as lunch for my kids, and at the end of the day I overcook it and there's nothing left in it. When I give them the Juice Plus chewables, it replaces what they were supposed to get through the food. So at the end of the day, they gain something. They don't lose everything.
Okay. So we're getting somewhere. Please, there are enzymes here. Spoke inside. Let's spoke inside for this enzyme sister of mine. My enzyme sister, magnesium is from leafy greens mainly. From places like kale, from places like spinach, from places like broccoli, which a lot of us hate. We don't eat it. And if we decide to eat it, we only eat it when it's been overcooked. So it doesn't really serve any purpose for us. But yes, attention deficits are clearly connected with magnesium deficits. How sad that what you feed your kid and you think you love your kid and you think you're doing the best for your kid, and then you discover that you are the person killing your own child by the things you choose to feed them or not feed them. So let's show people the products if you don't know them. The products look like this. This one is very blend because Amma Manson doesn't eat a lot of blueberries. I don't. Raspberries. I don't. Strawberries. I don't. Elderberry. I don't. I don't eat a lot of berries because berries are alien to me. I is African. I is very Ghanaian. And because I is those things, I like sweet things. Mango, pineapple, orange. It's done. Strawberries, if it's not sweet, I won't eat it. So if I'm going to be eating strawberries, it will be with cream. That's it. Blueberries, it's this. This one is that. I don't want this. I don't want that. Hi, Sister Sylvia. And for that reason, I have decided that I'm taking these capsules. All the berries I have not eaten all week don't matter because I have found a good lawyer. 2 capsules a day keeps the doctor away. Let me come to you, Rich Babe, for a little bit. I'll come back to you in a minute and we'll talk nutrition. But Rich Babe, let's talk. So I've seen you've got a variety of kids and for different ages. How do you get Juice Plus in for all these kids? How do you do it?
1 minute. So the lady is older than you.
Yeah, but even if you like the vegetables, the amount you need to eat, you are right. Your jaws will hurt by the time you finish eating all those vegetables. Your tongue will be aching after all those fruits. So yes, because we don't eat enough. Yeah, Rich Babe, let me come to you. How do you get your kids of the different ages to get good things out of Juice Plus? What do you do?
What I do is I tell them is because I know that what they like more is sweet. So I tell them this is just a normal sweet. It's just a normal sweet for you to eat. I just tell them it's sweet. I don't tell them it's actually fruit and vegetables. Because if you tell them it's also not no-go.
You are such a tricky woman. So you blend the vegetables and the fruits so the kids don't see them. And then you give them the supplement and you tell them it's sweet.
Yes.
Oh, smart move. So she's giving the kids the chewables.
And
you know,
in particular, I am somebody who is allergic to citric things.
Okay.
Anything that is citric doesn't come to the house. No pineapple, no orange, a lot of stuff. So with Juice Plus, that has actually helped me a lot. With my sister, no. When food comes, that has actually helped me a lot. You get the eye. You wait. Once dinner is ready, okay? Well, I have a drama board here.
Hey, which child is not dramatic? All of them are, and especially when you have an audience. So yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about it.
I have a drama boy. One
But I
particular
like
one.
as a parent, you know what your kids need. You are the actor in the equation, and it is you who makes the executive decisions about a lot of things. And it's the way you go about things which make things happen or not. I like that. I really do like that. So if you want your kids to eat, and you know your kids will not like it if it's fruits and vegetables, then you get the chewables and you tell them.
I have the chewables, and I tell them it's a gummy version. It's a type of sweet. And the surprise thing is they love it. Once they wake up in the morning, that is the first thing that they ask me, Mommy, where is the sweets in the box? Because I hide it because I don't want to finish fast.
Yeah.
I have to hide it because before that I think they would take 2 days to finish the whole pack.
Oh, my son ate one pack, the 2 month supply, in a day.
Oh.
It was the fruit one. One day he finished the pack. I knew it.
Uh-huh.
I complained to all my ancestors about it. I felt very wronged that a child would do that to me and cost me money unnecessarily. Yeah. Even your fussy eaters, they like sweet. And that's one of the reasons why the company has decided that they will do this in the fruit.
One thing that I love also, I also tried with the baby and he loves it.
Look at you. Wow.
This one.
Yeah?
He loves it. Give it to him. And he is like, hallelujah. I sit at my place, he will finish it.
Wow.
Thank God. Yeah.
Wow. Now that is amazing because
since that I know I'm somebody that doesn't like all kind of fruits, with this, I just walk on with an open arms. I'm not like just getting rid of it. No, it is worth it with the money that you buy. And with introducing this to the kids, it's so good because I used to be somebody who has low energy.
Yeah.
I get tired very fast. And can you believe, since I started this product, I've been bouncing left and right.
And I will ask you what you use the energy for later. I will come to that one later. Because different people use energy differently. You know, some people use it for construction things, other people don't. So by taking those things, I have taken today grapes, which I haven't eaten, Concord grapes, pomegranates, blueberry, blackberry, bilberry, raspberry, elderberry, blackcurrant. I have eaten all those fruits by popping 2 capsules in a day. Done. Now my vegetable intake. I'm making a stew, but I don't have a lot of vegetables left. I don't have any broccoli. I don't have any kale. I don't have any of those things in my stew right now, but I don't care. The reason I don't care is because I've already got this in here. And in here, you have carrots, parsley, broccoli, spinach, kale, tomatoes, garlic, cabbage, like all those things just from these. I'm going to put 2 of these as well. And also my vegetable intake with a day. Today I am popping the capsules. On most occasions I don't pop. I actually dump them in my smoothie. I drink my smoothie and I am. Let me go and visit Ajwa again. Ajwa,
Ama,
right, let's talk smoothies. This smoothie business you are disturbing Ghanaians with. Why are you disturbing our peace? we don't eat smoothies, so we eat banku, we eat fufu. Why are you people tormenting us with smoothies? Why should we eat them?
Because with the smoothies, you don't lose anything. Because when you're making smoothies, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be only fruit. You can add vegetables to it, and you adding vegetables, it doesn't need to be on fire for you to lose the nutrients. You just blend everything fresh and you get everything that you're supposed to get out of it.
Right. So the smoothie actually is better cooking, right?
Yeah.
Because there is actually no cooking. What you
Yes.
need goes straight into the thing, you blend it, and the nutrients are all there for you to drink.
Yeah.
And you don't use anything. Okay. So listen, it sounds very good. But some of us, we are from villages. This whole smoothie thing is alien. If I have a village brother or sister who's thinking of doing this juice plus and is concerned about the smoothie we recommend, what would you say to them?
What I would say is, you don't have to necessarily blend only vegetables. It's a combination of the vegetables and fruits, right? And if you choose vegetables and fruits, at least you choose you make sure one of the sweet ones come in, something like mango, because
Yeah.
mango will sweeten the smoothie for you. Banana will sweeten it for you. Something like pineapple. So you can put one of these oranges. It depends on you. If you are someone who is dieting, who wants to lose something, you don't need the banana and the mangoes, which are too sweet, which will make you gain weight. But if you are someone who's doing the juice plus just for your health, you can just put one of these things just to sweeten it up for you, to make it sweet for you to drink it, so that it doesn't taste blair in your mouth when you drink it. And also you can put a little ginger in, because the ginger changes everything. Me, I put a lot of ginger in my smoothie because I want to feel the heat. So I make smoothies without banana, without mangoes. All that I need is the what do you call it, the ginger. Because if I feel the heat, it's easy for me to drink. I don't know about other people.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all about being clever. It's all about knowing what you can do easily and what you need assistance to achieve, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for those of you who are interested in my cooking, this is where we are at the moment. So I steamed the calamari and the prawns with the spices. I've taken them out because I don't want them to overcook.
Okay, what do you want to eat?
Remaining in the pot. Into that sauce, I've just cut my mushrooms, and my mushrooms have now gone in. So my mushrooms are a bit tough, so those are going to go in for a bit. Let me wash my hands. The mushrooms are tough. Those are going to go in for a bit. I will add my onions to the mushrooms at the moment. And remember, we are doing a sauce with not a lick of oil, not even a drop of oil. The next thing I have added in is my onions. Onions have gone in, and it's going to steam basically in the same sauce. So whatever nutrients were taken from the shrimps and the calamari is also cooking my mushroom and my onions at the moment. Yeah. Your smoothie is a combination of any leftover. That's true. That's a very good strategy. It's very good for management. I am going to add in a little bit more of my chili blend because I am all about food having taste. So I hate bland food, I have to say. I cannot stand bland food. So some of my chili sauce is joining the vegetables, and it's going to be cooking with the vegetables. The next item that will join will be my carrots, but that will go in later after the mushrooms have softened a little bit, because I'm one of those funny people who likes my mushrooms to be soft. Here, other things I'm adding in is coconut oil. Ajwa. Oh, Ajwa has gone on mute, right? When she comes.
I'm here.
Okay, I was going to ask you about coconut milk. Do you know about coconut milk and the good things about it?
Um, a little, not that much.
Okay. Tell me the little you know so I can steal it from you.
I use coconut oil. Basically, that's the milk that I used in my house. Because my kids don't do well with the dairy milk.
Okay.
Uh, and they react to the nut milks.
Yeah.
So that's the only options. Actually, there is oat and rice milk, which I'm not fan of both. So I prefer the coconuts. Um, Apart from the nutrients in them, to me it tastes great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the oil in it is a good oil. You know, it won't.
But it's a funny thing to hear that something is a good oil. So
Yeah.
I did a simple search, and what I did was search for the benefits of cooking with coconut milk. And the first thing that comes up is the three benefits of coconut milk. The first one is weight loss. Coconut milk contains medium chain triglycerides, which researchers have linked with weight loss. So these,
Which one of them came here?
which one? Oh, okay. So medium chain triglycerides, and they help with weight loss. There have been a few studies in MCTs and how they work. So I like that. The second reason why I like it is the fact that it's linked in with heart health. There is cardiovascular illnesses in my side of the family. So anything which helps with heart health is something I am crazy about. I am definitely into it. I'm all about it. All right. And the third and final reason on this one is a boost to your immune system. Immune system boost. And all these things are wonderful to my ears. And that's the reason why I've put in the coconut milk. So, Rach. Okay.
I'm here.
Question. We've been talking about all these things. People are here listening and whatnot. If a parent is here,
Mhm.
obviously when they buy Juice Plus, we are consultants, so we will get paid a commission. Are we only talking to people about it because we are looking for commission and the product is fake? Or have you actually noticed anything from practical experience with your kids taking juice?
Sorry, can you come again?
Now, I was asking, we are asking
Yeah.
parents to go and buy this Juice Plus. I want to know,
Yeah.
honestly, when you
Mhm.
started giving it to your kids, what benefits have you seen and why should people go and buy it?
I have seen a whole lot of benefits in my kids because my kids used to be before they get sick all the time. Every sickness that come in Holland, they make sure they get it before it pass through their nose and they go. But since with the Juice Plus, it has helped to boost their immune system. They also have this shortness of breath. It's not called asthma, but they have a different type of it. And since I started with juice, that really has helped a lot. They haven't had that. I don't need to rush to the doctor with them. They hardly get sick. So that is my experience. And for me, I try with myself and I hardly get tired. I hardly get sick also. Because I used to before you also a person who doesn't like to take a lot of berries and vitamins and vegetables. But I said, no, I don't like it because I don't even want to try. But since I tried the capsules, it's been good and great for me. I tell people about my own experience, not about because I want to get commission in it. No. Because
Yeah.
I know I use myself as an example and my kids and my family because it helps us. Because
I get
nobody in
that.
this world can say that my kids like everything.
Yeah.
It's not possible. There will be one particular thing that your child doesn't like, and that is also in this that will help that child with their health.
It's very important. I get that a lot. Are you people not talking because you are looking for commission? And I'm like, look, the commissions they pay are good. I'm not going to kid you about it. It's very good. But
Yeah.
part of the commissions, it's also the fact that we want to help. It's the fact that we want people to live a better life. Hey, and it's good to see you. Right, those of you who are on and you are JP consultants only in my team. Don't let me see your link in here. You are not in my team. If you're in the team and you are here, put your Juice Plus link out so that people who know and love you will be aware that you also sell the products. And if they are convinced to try the product, they come to you and they buy from you instead. So we will all put ours on. Those of you who are on and you've heard the testimonies and it sounds like something you would like to try, I highly recommend that you do. When you buy the product, get in touch with your consultants. Please follow the instructions they give you, the smoothies and other things. I promise you. And usually within 2-3 weeks, we begin to see some of the benefits that people are sharing. Let me come back to you, Scholar, for a little bit. Ajwa,
Yes, Ma. Sorry.
let me ask you this question again. So now we are discussing the health benefits, and people are beginning to get it. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It is nutrients. It's good for your kids. It's good for you. It's good for everybody. And if you have, it says five fruits and vegetables a day keeps the doctor away. It's something we all need. So now we are working on our health and whatnot. The next question I'm asking is, Ajwa, the other side of this Juice Plus thing is being a consultant. That is a work decision. It's a job. An income source. Explain that one. How does that become an income source?
Because when you join Juice Plus business,
Yeah.
and then being a consultant, you need to sell the products for the
Yeah.
company to pay you a commission on the product. And
Yeah.
apart from being paid of the commission, you're also paid when you are being promoted. Right?
Hey.
So when you get a promotion, it comes with a bonus. So it's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
only the commission on the things that you have sold, but you also get commission when you are being promoted.
Okay. And what kind of money are we talking with these promotions?
When you join, it starts from £80
So that's your
upwards.
first addition, all right?
Yes, yes,
Pounds. For doing very little except selling to people who need the products.
yes,
Okay. And then the next one is £100. And if you
yes.
read that one, they add 150 to it. So that second promotion in total is worth 250.
And £50.
So it's good to see you. Right, let me show you what's going on in my cooking pot as we've been talking. So as we've been talking, we've had the coconut milk going for a bit. And the coconut milk is soaking all my vegetables. As you can see, my capsicum is in. I put the red, the yellow, and the green capsicum. And they are now happily boiling in my pot. So I make my stew now, not with frying in mind, but with boiling in mind. I'm steaming and boiling my stuff. So all the vegetables are now safely in, and I wish you could taste it. The coconut milk brings its own interesting flavor. The chili spice I made, the spicy blend I made, and now my calamari has gone in. Let's see. Okay, and the pot looks like this right now. So there is carrots. There is Rachel. I've muted you a little bit. It was crackling up. When I come back to you, I will release so we can hear you. So there's calamari, there is carrots, there is mushrooms, there is shrimps, there are 3 different colors of capsicum, and all of them are actually cooking in my sauce. What I'm going to do when it's cooked just a little bit and the vegetables are softened a little bit because I don't want it to overcook, I am going to add a thickening agent. And the thickening agents I use, when I was a kid, they used to be cornstarch. Hi, Alana. Hi, everybody. I have stopped using cornstarch, and at the moment, I am doing this baby right here, psyllium husk.
Okay.
Psyllium husk goes in. Does anybody know the benefits of psyllium husk?
The little I know about it, it helps with losing weight. The how do you call it? Yeah, it helps in losing weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the little I know about it, and
Wow.
I think it's also used as a binder, some just like as you are using, because I normally use it to make flat bread. You see,
Yeah.
when you're using coconut flour,
Yeah.
it doesn't bind well, but when you use the psyllium husk, it helps it to bind. I also use it when I'm making the vegetable banku, or you just put it in just to bind the banku, the vegetable banku or vegetable fufu, whatever it's called. You know, it binds it, it helps it to bind together to make what you want.
But I think that's one of the things we misunderstand about psyllium husk. Yeah. Angelina is a nurse and she's gone right in, bang on.
Okay.
The reason why I'm crazy about psyllium husk is because it reduces your low density lipoproteins, which is LDL.
Okay.
And the low density lipoproteins are the ones which hold cholesterol in your systems. Oh, Hannah, we've got a guest. I almost didn't see
Yeah,
you.
I'm here.
Apologies. I hope I didn't make you wait
You
long.
see, oh,
I
I'm
apologize.
here.
So we reduce. Those of you who know me and you follow me, I have never hidden the fact that one of the problems I had with my health was elevated cholesterol levels. You got let me mute you and then I'll talk to you. Have you got the feed on Facebook on another device? If you have, can you mute that device for me, please? It was bringing feedback in. If you were watching on any other thing. Right. So I had problems with cholesterol. And because I had cholesterol problems, I had to find ways of reducing my cholesterol. And one of the most effective things I have done in fighting my battle with cholesterol was soluble fiber. So psyllium husk is full of soluble fiber. And the good thing with soluble fibers is that they stick to your LDLs and they allow your body to remove cholesterol from circulation. And if you are removing excess cholesterol from circulation, you are helping your systems. You are less likely to clog your arteries. You are less likely to have blockages. The high cholesterol thing was a big deal for me because I've told you guys my mom's had a stroke before. It runs in my mom's side of the family. So it's something I'm aware of. So when I have an opportunity to put in things that I know will be good for me, I mean, if it's in my genes, it's in my kids' genes as well. And it might not be in my husband's genes, but good things don't kill you anyway. So I put psyllium husking. I don't use cornstarch. The replacement is for 2 reasons. Cornstarch is high in glycemic index and it's not good for weight loss.
Okay.
Cornstarch also is linked in with some allergies, some food allergies a lot of us struggle with. A lot of us have problems with wind, farting, and stuff like that. They are linked in with corn and its products sometimes. So if you are a banku eater, you want to reduce the corn in other places as much as you can. And so I've made that replacement for 2 reasons. One, to replace the cornstarch as the binding agent, but 2, to make sure that I get soluble fiber in my diet. And the soluble fiber goes in because I want to regulate my cholesterol levels. Psyllium husk, there are many, many different grades of psyllium. Some of them, when you buy it, it looks like a flake. It looks like flakes. Some of them, it's ground into powder. And in some cases, you can actually buy the green itself. So I am going to use the powder version because today I'm making sauce. And I want the sauce to be rich So for those of you who've only just arrived, the sauce looks like that. It contains 1 drop of oil, but I've almost finished cooking. Not 1 drop of oil. I steamed my calamari, and if you watch the consistency, you will see that that little bit of psyllium husk, which went in, has changed it from a watery thing into a sauce. It thicks before you're ready to add. And it was half a tablespoonful.
Okay.
Psyllium husk is a funny product. You start with very small amounts and you allow it time to develop.
Yeah.
Don't too much in. So see how thick it's becoming. Look. Yeah. And that is my sauce, and it's made without a drop of oil. What is actually making the bulk of the liquid is the coconut milk that I put in, and the bit of water that I use to steam my prawns and calamari. But yeah, we are going to eat a tasty meal. My husband and kids will know no difference between what I have cooked. As far as they are concerned, the taste and everything will be the same. I'm the only one who knows that I've not put any. Obviously, now over time, they're all aware. But if you taste it and I don't tell you how I cooked it, you will have no idea the compensations and things that. Rich babe, Angie was asking a question. She wants to know if her booster is in. No, you are muted. Hold on. Right. Sorry about that. I've unmuted you.
It's not in yet. It takes 3 days for them to work, and later they send the track and trace code.
Okay.
Yeah, so practically it takes like a week before it gets in. So I think by the end of the week,
You should be here. Okay.
you should be in. Yeah, I already got one for Adra in Canada. Her own is in today.
All right. So here we go. I am putting in a little bit of salt, just so I can balance the taste. And the kind of salt I am still using was what Himalayan salt. Is anyone aware of Himalayan salt and what it does? Does anybody use Himalayan pink salts?
Yeah, that's what I use.
That's what you use. Adra, why do you use pink salt? Because you want your food to be pink?
No, because I was looking for a good sea salt. So that was why I went for that one.
But why? Why is that one better than normal salt?
I think most of the salts that you use, I know contains some of them contains aluminium.
Yeah.
And as I said from the beginning, I'm trying to, all that I'm doing for my child is detoxing, right? I'm taking some chemicals because they were on antibiotics and other drugs for a very long time. So I'm trying to get some of the heavy metals in their systems out. So there's no need for me to use the normal salt to add more onto it. That is why I went for that one, because using the normal salt means I'm adding more into what I'm taking out of their system.
That's an interesting thing. For those of us who are not to remove anything, the real truth is that Himalayan pink salt is a funny combination. It contains more potassium than it contains sodium. Normal pink salt is 100% sodium chloride. And the link between sodium chloride, high sodium chloride intake, and cardiovascular disease is also very well established. If you eat too much salt, then your blood pressure will become elevated over time. You will have issues with hypertension. That is also quite clear and well established. So again, I am making those simple substitutes in the hope that if I replace my normal salt with a pink salts, and it will be possible for me to continue. Yeah, and Angelina is doing some serious punches as well. Because of that balance, if you have a water retention issue and you change to, some of us, we bloat very easy. You've not, over a week, you can become 2 dress sizes bigger. And it's water retention, not because you become fat. You couldn't build that much fat in a week. After 1 week, you look at your belly and you're like, what the hell happened here? What's going on? That's the situation with pink salts really does help. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil pasta because today we are going to eat pasta. So we're eating pasta and my signature calamari sauce. But my original signature calamari sauce would have cooked with vegetable oil. And as you can see, today's recipe, there is no vegetable oil. It's all replaced with water and coconut milk. Wait, I've muted you a little bit too. When we are ready to eat, I'll come to you. Right, Hannah. Hello. Hello, Sister Hannah. Hello.
Hello.
Let me ask you a question. You look like a very smart woman. Why have you joined the Juice Plus craziness? Why?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot. And
Yeah?
out of curiosity, I just want to see and enjoy what the testimonies people are giving. I'm a
Alright.
full-time mom.
Okay.
And then upon hearing the good things that people are testifying about the product,
Yeah.
I now decided to try it and then try the other side of it. That is the business aspect of it, and then practice a healthy lifestyle because I'm trying to shed the baby weight and it's not going. I've done everything I can do and it's not going, but it looks as if everybody have listened to testifies about the weight loss and then how good their immunity is and then the energy they get from it. So I just want to experience the good thing and then make some money out of it so that I also testify
It is win
to other people to join the club.
win. So
Yeah,
you've been talking about
that's all I can say.
what testimonies exactly have you heard so that other
Yeah,
people who haven't heard the testimonies might hear?
yeah.
What did people say about the product? What did you hear which made you want to join in? What testimonies exactly did you hear?
About how it boosts your immune system. And
Yeah,
then I realized personally that I'm not a good consumer of fruits and vegetables.
all of
I
us.
go to the shop, buy it, I admire it, buy it, come and put it in my kitchen, and then it all rots. Then I
Yeah,
have to bin them. So
yeah,
I now realize that if I waste my money buying the fresh ones without eating it, why not use that money to buy the capsule and then
yeah.
have it in? And then in this era where everybody is fighting to boost his or his immune system, I think this is the best way to take care of yourself first
Yeah.
before you enjoy financially.
Mm.
When it comes to the cooking aspect, you cannot even be sure whether you are overcooking your vegetables or not, whether you are taking the correct proportion or not. So if
For most of us.
somebody who is kind enough, somebody is kind enough to produce this juice plus, and then everything is in its right proportion, and we are lucky enough to join. That's why I'm so crazy about it.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people crazy, so I decided to join and then see how best I'll get
Praise
it.
is
But so
okay.
I'm very positive minded, fully charged to get it rolling.
Have your products arrived? Have you got them?
Yeah. Yeah, it just arrived yesterday.
Okay. So now
I
I
had
have
them yesterday in the afternoon.
disclaimers to give you. There is a sister of mine, if her voice was not very known, I would have played you that audio and you would have weed yourself with laughter. You would wee yourself laughing. So this sister,
Oh,
3, 4 days ago, sends me an audio. She says, "Hey, Amma, I need to speak to you urgently. Call me now." Like, okay, all right. So I called this sister. Before I could even call her, she sent me, "Look, it's urgent, very urgent. I need your help. Get to me now." Like, okay, I stopped everything I'm doing. I get to this sister and she says, "Okay, now let's confess. This your juice plus thing is lethal." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Hey, look, I'm a single woman, okay?" I'm like, "I know. Look, the juice plus thing arrived." So she originally bought this combination. She bought what I started with. She bought the omega blend and she bought the berry. And she started taking it. And like happened to me after 2 weeks, she got the energy boost. But it wasn't just the energy boost. You become so sensitive. When your own hands touch places, you become aware of it. Even when you're having a shower and the water goes around places, you're like, "Ooh, okay." So this lady calls me, she says this thing, and we leave it. She didn't tell me what she was going to do. So she went off and she bought the vegetables and the fruits as well. So because of that, she's now got all 4 of our premium capsules with omega. So this is the, yeah, the powerful 4: the berry, the fruits, the vegetables, and the omega. So this sister has started taking it for a week. And this is what she had a problem with. She says, "Hey, I'm single, okay? I am as I can't concentrate. I can feel a lot of simulations in places. I am so aware of what's going on in my body. What the heck? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Hey, well, it's a great side effect of our products." She says, but explain it to me what's going on." And I'm like, "Well, most of the reasons why we run out of energy is not because we are old. It has nothing to do with age. The reason why we lose energy is because we don't eat well. And because we don't eat well, our body is always short-changed. So it doesn't have all the nutrients it needs. So your body begins to prioritize. Your body has a choice between you breathing and you having a good libido. And if you were your body, which one would you choose? Breathe or enjoy? Breathe or enjoy? Of course, your body is going to choose breathing. So after a while, the libido will dip. Your interest in bedmatics will reduce. Your awareness of your partner will reduce. The sensations you feel will reduce. These things are natural. It's very biological. It makes sense from a science point of view. So yes, now you are flooding all these things in your system. Your system has got all the nutrients, the vitamins and the minerals to be making the hormones. And the hormones are going around your body, and your body is now feeling like a teenager's body, experiencing the hormonal surge in the first place and not knowing what to do. So this is one of the funny side effects. Let me go to Adwa. Adwa, you've been quiet for a while. I need a confession, quick. When you started, what did you do? And I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Amma, can you repeat what you said?
I'm asking a very simple question. When you started taking the product,
she heard you.
of course she heard me. Don't mind her. When you started taking the product,
I know.
you would have made some observations. And I want to know what you observed. And I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What did you see?
No cranking, kitty.
Crank it. I want to know all the don't lie. And don't filter. Don't lie. I want the truth.
Oh God.
But the whole truth.
Okay. When I started taking Juice Plus, okay, I couldn't sleep. I used to have this migraine continuous. Um, I don't even know.
You can't filter. I want to know the truth, the whole truth, Ajua, and nothing but the 100% truth. You can start from anywhere, but I want to know everything you saw.
Okay, so I think after when I started, I had those migraines, and the migraines are no more. My sleep has improved, and I was always stressed. Ama, you know already. I was always stressed because yeah. So that stress issue has also, I would say, resolved because I'm no more stressed. I'm relaxed. You wake up full of energy. It's not like when you wake up you feel tired, but I wake up full of energy. And then when it comes to the what am I saying?
No, Amma is not saying anything. You are speaking. Amma is not speaking. You are speaking.
What am I saying?
Amma is not saying anything.
To be frank with you, when you have kids under 10 years, the stress that you go in, everything, it makes you lose your interest in, mathematics. But when you start taking the juice,
that one.
it increases your, So
This one.
Missy, it increases your bedroom excitement.
because sometimes I won't say that. I think most of us, I don't know if it's the brochure life, but most of us is gone, right? The stress and everything is too much here for us. So I don't know, maybe we lose it. But when you start taking, to me, I think it's a deficiency.
It is a deficiency. Of course,
It's a
it's a
deficiency in our bodies that we don't know, we
Yeah.
are not aware of. So when you start taking it, it start coming back.
Hey, let me do a simple.
That is when we always say, "Oh, me
Yeah.
yeah."
Let me read something, and I'm just typing in Google. I've not even researched it. I'm typing in what causes loss of libido. Okay, this is the posh people term for what we are describing. What causes low libido? And if you go online, it tells you some of the causes. I am going to find you deficiencies. I think they will be better. Deficiencies which cause low libido. So deficiencies which cause low libido. And I want to know the 6 nutrient deficiencies. This is from Google. 6 nutrient deficiencies that can affect immune system. Okay. Now, number 1. Let's see who is going to be surprised. Lack of the trace nutrient selenium. Selenium is a trace nutrient, and it's difficult to hit because selenium, even when it's present, is in very small amounts. Okay, so it says selenium is a nutrient that if you don't have enough of, it can drastically reduce your drive. In men, selenium doesn't give a libido boost, but it increases sperm count. I'm like, whoa, foods that are high in protein, like shellfish. How many of us eat shellfish? No. Okay, chicken. But the chicken we overcook it. The selenium is gone by the time we eat it. Eggs, and also so we fry it and we overcook it. So the selenium is gone. Brazilian nuts. You don't even eat Ghanaian nuts. You eat Brazilian nuts. Do you know any Brazilians? Have you eaten any Brazilian nuts? No.
No.
No, it didn't help. Okay. So selenium is the number one, and selenium comes from most of the leafy greens. If you are somebody who eats a lot of high spinach, baby spinach, or you eat things like broccoli or kale, premium kale, you will get some from there, but it's mainly from shellfish. Crabs, do you eat them regularly? No. When we eat it, we open soup. We've been cooking it for 6 hours before we eat it. Selenium is gone. Selenium is gone. So that's one of the reasons why when you saw me start cooking, I'm cooking with shrimps and I'm trying to cook with calamari and a lot of the seafood things because I want to get some of these nutrients in. Number two, guess who the second culprit is if your libido has reduced? It's going to shock a lot of you. It will shock a lot of you because this thing has been a problem. It's been in the news since Corona came. Number two is the baby vitamin D. If you don't have vitamin D, you are not chopping, okay? No vitamin D, no atinka, okay? Yes, it's not just killing you with COVID, it's killing atinka too. Yes, yes. Hannah, I can see your face already. Tomorrow you buy all the vitamin D from Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Culprit number two is vitamin D. And it says when it comes to low libido, vitamin D deficiency is to blame. Most of us know that calcium and vitamin D go hand in hand. So milk and cheese are great choices. How many of you? I'm not talking about evaporated milk in your cocoa or tea. Do you drink fresh milk? No. Do you eat cheese? No. Okay, let's talk. The vegetables that are high in vitamin D include kale. Do you eat kale? No. We eat okra, but before we eat okra, it's in okra soup. We've been cooking it for 6 hours. That is not okra. It is not helping. That is the ghost of an okra. It is not doing anything. Spinach, that one too. If we will eat spinach, we are making boom. We will fry it for 3 hours before we eat. We will add 3 kilometers of palm oil to it. We will add this and 4 momoni and 3 kobe and all those things. By the time we finish with them, any vitamin D you have is gone. Soya beans, do we eat it? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. See the things that are causing the reduction in your interest. It is not the witches in your hometown. No. It is not the aging. No. It is not even the annoyances your husband brings to the house. No. It is not the children. It is not the grandchildren. It is your nutrition. Number 3. Look at who the number 3 is. Vitamin A. That's one too. You know get them. You know chop them. Okay. You know get vitamin A. You know chop them. You know like them. You know do them. You go get headache. Where is vitamin A from? It's from fish. And the most important fish, which is actually named here, is salmon, the orange fish, not the Ghanaian one. The orange salmon, the original salmon fish. Rachel, do you eat a lot of salmon? Oh, you've muted yourself. You are mute.
Yeah, you know, I love sushi, and the salmon always come with the sushi every week.
So you've adopted the alternative diet, and it's helping. Ajua, do you eat salmon?
Yes, Amma.
How do you eat salmon?
I normally I add it to sauces, and sometimes I put it in the oven.
Okay.
It depends on what I'm doing.
Okay. So vitamin A, you can get them in places like salmon. You can get it in cheese. Then the problems begin. Which cheese? How many of us cheese anything? We don't cheese anything. And I'm not talking about laughing cow. That is not cheese.
I have different types of cheese in the house that I actually use. I will show you guys what I have.
Laughing cow is not cheese. Please.
Well, I have this type of cheese that is not laughing cow.
Oh, you eat tuna instead, right? Yes, tuna could also, depending what kind of tuna it is. It could also
We
be
don't
honey.
cheese, Grandma.
Eh?
We don't cheese because we don't want to put on.
Yeah, we don't cheese, but you can be very careful with your choices of cheese. It's
Yeah.
not all cheeses that make you put on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually low in glycemic index. Some of them are quite low. So you check those things out. If you've ever done ketogenic diet, they recommend particular cheeses which are low in glycemic index. So no, it's like I said, I am not talking about laughing cow. That's not the kind of cheese I'm talking about here. Okay? I know some of you will go to the shop and you will buy every laughing cow piece you can find. That is not what I am talking about here. Not at all. Right. Let's do this. Okay. I am still reading from here. Culprit number 4 is the one reason why you are not doing much of much. And at the moment, it will shock a lot of you. It says lack of hot food. Hot food equals hot libido. Yeah? You may not think of hot food as contributing to nutrient deficiency, but they do. Naturally, hot foods are necessary to keep things moving in the body. Yeah? And to keep yang deficiencies at bay. Those of you who are interested, go and type in yang deficiencies, Y-A-N-G, yang. Go check out yang deficiencies and you will be surprised. There are lots of things on there. You might be yang deficient if you feel your libido is low and you have a tendency to feel colder than other people in the room, which is most black people. In a room where everybody is sweating, me and my brothers and sisters, we will be shivering in the winter. And you don't understand why only you are cold and nobody else is cold. And you are not eating enough hot foods, it says over here. So eat hot foods. Find things that make it hot for you. Another one is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 can also affect somethings. Yes, sweet potatoes, carrot contain vitamins A. Yeah. If you want to be able to chop yourself and chop it really, you want to be getting more vitamin B12. And so when it comes to getting all the nutrients your body needs to have a happy and healthy sex life, you can't go wrong by eating what's known as the Mediterranean diet. It's not a diet, it's a way of eating. The Mediterranean diet contains olive oil, fish, whole grains, lean meat, cooked vegetables, unsaturated fats, and all these essentially are high in vitamin B12. You should also be looking at avocado and stuff like that. Okay, so go and have a look at yin yang deficiencies and go check out what yin yang deficiencies are and how you can work with your yin yang deficiencies. And now that I have finished explaining all those things from the libido list, let me read from here. What is in the juice plus? And I'm going to start with fruits. The fruit one, look. If you pay attention, it says vitamin C. It is there. A lot of milligrams. Vitamin E. It is right there with a lot of milligrams. Vitamin A. It is right there with some milligrams. As well as vitamin folic acid is also there. Now, do you see why when you start taking the juice plus your body sweet? Do you understand? So those of you who've been asking me, why is my body sweeting me? You are getting lots of vitamin A. You are getting vitamin C, vitamin E, and folic acid. This is just from the food. Only the food. Let's start with the vegetables. Hey. And if you look at the vegetables, even more of the vitamins you are looking for, they are still there, but different proportions. Still there in the vegetables. Woo, 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 woo. Yay! And if you come to the berries, you will be looking at vitamin C and E in very, very high proportions. Woof, 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 woof. And then you come to the omega. And that's where the interesting things happen. Your makeup is a key. It unlocks everything, every door you have. And it avails all the nutrients which will be available in your body. So when you start taking these drugs and you begin to see it's quite difficult sometimes to explain to some of our people why is it a magic pill? No, it is not a magic pill. But yes, it contains a lot of the nutrients you need. And because it contains those, you will be able to see the benefits of those nutrients. Hi, Princess. Hi, sis. Welcome. Intiajua, let me come to you. Yankati Katania, couple of fashion. Couple of us are crying. You put him to my sorry, I may and some. Brepronia, my baby, had a yummy enough for phobia or Mohammed speak English, speak English. I have finished speaking English. Don't disturb me again. Those of you who are here for English, go home now. Okay, the show is finished. Go. What? Yeah, this speaking English. I think I'm here cut young country. I be Papa Bressa and speaking English, speaking English. I just mean something.
Wow.
Yeah, the country money and Tiasia. Vitamins now, I can and yes, the other. Oh, I can't agree. What's the main car?
Yeah. If I told me Casamitie.
Let me be so set. Miss Moka with 3 million Tiasia. Mostly juice plus young cotoniano. Dientia.
Say Mune from head to toe. Between and cheddar and your papa, and so you ever funny, sir.
Yes, sister. Can you
Yapomudin say, I share your who's we see, I share your who's we Nania Mania maybe or would the year Diani? Nasa Uko who was shop Mukra was a main pet. But juice plus no say the city and and one is a wafa. I thought they be cry, be all crying hunda, a be all crying nimniding, and I ain't name the functions. But all the same, who thought you who fat juice plus now? In a day, vegetables fruits are him one or betting every apple, ni banana, ni orange, and really common one I ain't any pineapple. You cover and open ye did be a near casa ye did whatever. By Ukapa, you ain't mean the more than 10 crowd also do. Yeah, quite nearly a big volume. Me feel say a brofuan or sharp brofuana. Omu di jonko, but omu beko Holland and Barrett, no more koto supplements.
Yeah.
Omu wa. Omu beko to tablet, magnesium. Nay, be this, be that. Omu to omu nim senia. Omu shom who ye, but yeah, drew ya. Ye fufu ni bayire ni emuya enwana eja ye di tata ye ho ana ya fenso no. It's like you feel say you in this starchy and heavy food side na ye ye, but actually no you fat juice plus na eno ebe boying ama ye bi ato so kama. We don't have to age early. Yeah age ube hu obi abrofo no omu ni che because omu show mo so ye de ye nhye dan ni ayebedi ni whatever well medium at the end of the day no ni ayedi ye to ayen use no ebro capsules e bro not could any one brim, but at the end of the day, near ya no. And here, ni pedriani who here first. And son, near cano, would you see any pedriano?
And me, mammy, one of diabetes ni stroke, so you can't watch it what we be not tell. And yet, juice, nothing is a I said, which we toss and really be there, wow, no would delay such illnesses and I will prevent here, and when you're better.
Me baby I me de pa ni say side effect na ni mu no. I purely natural fruits and veg. Na ho kura na kumi kese.
Yeah.
Ɛhɔ koraa na ekumi kɛse because sɛ wobɛkɔ akɔtɔ eduro bi na ɔkye na ebi yɛbɛka sɛ eduro yi me fa eduro na m'ani so bere me fa eduro na me ti yɛ me ya anaasɛ me fa eduro na nansɛ me hunu adeɛ papa wɔ sɛ whatever we deɛ sɛdeɛ yɛaka sɛ side effect wankasa wehu sɛ yɛsi ɛyɛ fruit ɛna vegetables enti no well ɛsɛ yɛ mmea yɛ ni yɛbɔ de ro ni yie. Na economy.
Akwadi friend me na no say that's a juice plus ye medro. Na be say sa. E ba me say na ye medro. Me say ma na enom. Actually, say obi benum juice plus e Ghana for me ma na say o say aden. Say Ghana for ma no kra de ye nhwehwe animu. Tie bia e be ka ko di strawberry. Yen e bia blueberry de kokra na obu de ye da. Feri enti e bedi. Ebia on say yeah little bit more but ye mema no omokra de ko wo tokra de besi fi wa woni obeka che so wo ye
omunni
smoothie wo ye de magan
omunni opani fufuo bi ni bayira bi ni emo bi
smoothie no kra wo ye ma no a wo be fe oni wo de wo pa akosisa kill na fa ba be ya bo ni ya wo de be hwo enu nti omumpo na me feel say excess omnum juice plus because they eat worse than the women. They do. A man dey your man nti ene hwehwe animu nti wo be say ye try na yesuasua sa na man na ye de koye ni. Antana mama mra wo ho mama ma 5-10 minutes.
Mami
Link no ho asem kire nkrofo link nti awo mo beto wo ho.
Ni etia ni say who join juice plus na omo be ma website who nya sure they manage it for you, they do everything for you. Who dey ani say who body ro na who kan ho asempa kire nkrofo. The more people join na the more omo be ye who be nya o promotions ni commission enti no website ni de ewo ho wo be fa enu ani se waka ho asem na wo so de ho aye example se eye na se wo de ho adanse a obi be ba be ka ho a obi ba be ka ho enti no so far so good no won wa me hu se omo using omo de ho adanse no it's true, it's about the same testimony going around.
Yeah.
Who dream nyina ho a the people are talking about the same thing round around. Until why not try it? After all, a 50 pound yes, sika so yes, you're spending more than 50 pounds a year so. Now the intina, yes, if a 50 pound be ye, ina fa be yi nam na o be twa san. Inti mo ma ye yanki kaya ho na yenjo yen so mu din na ade papa na wo mu no. Ebi be so yeso.
Yeah. And when you pa as see nyina yenya benefit ni bi na sister Hannah wo juice plus no link no den mo pe sister Hannah asem na mo do sister Hannah na wakasa na wonim no ye wonipa no wo koto bi ato wone ho. Okay, you are coming to eat. Oh sis, I'm done. Look, not a lick of oil, calamari sauce.
Oh.
Not a lick. My any kama oh say eguso beka say a normal your friend say sauce ya any kama and one no why are you ready? Rach, you've muted yourself again.
I'm taking my fork. I was waiting.
Dip it in. It's ready. Dip.
So, this is my own. I will enjoy both together.
Oh, it's a kind of cow link the today. Obi pesa onimona odo na opesa otobi wo pa.
Okay, my link ni hannahofori.juiceplus.com. hannahofori.juiceplus.com.
Na wonim sister Hannah enkoto wo ama ho koto wo sister Hannah ho na ono sinya element kakra because wonu or don't see and I'll be able to say yes as a way. It is only that the Oyam or the it is Sister Hannah the Kasa, Sister Hannah the Woody. Or no see the Woody in a chibedi from Consabe. Don't go and buy from Amamanson. Don't go and buy from anybody else. There were yeah, I didn't one no so now go and buy from Sister Hannah. One cafe. Sister Hannah be kwakosra rich babe baba. Rich babe.
Yes.
Yo.
Sister, let's talk. Talk to me. Why should people buy? And why should they buy from you?
Why should they buy from me?
Fine.
I mean, you have to buy from me, yo.
Why?
If you really know, so name Adia Ewo Juice Plus Moi, you have to buy it because it has. It a lot of nutrients, a lot of things are body inside from up to down.
Yeah.
From in color to in penny for babies are also among. And that is what they demand me ban to be. Or we got a juice plus in Yama from color. But no, it is good for children also.
Okay.
It is very good. Oh yeah, my menasa who won't color or honor. Oh, we have picky to send me dear way. Oh yeah, Diana Becca Trum, in sauce. A green, a red. Get yourself the chewables now. So one color best sweet, very, very sweet ones. No can't say. It is gummy version, a bonbon. Manko bosse a vegetables. That is the trick I'm used for Minkolano.
I've really learned it. And I appreciate it. I'm going to steal it going forward. I said, my share that maybe someone because we all do different things.
Yeah.
Some of you are so good in explaining. More time in the morning. You are willing to make smoothie recipes and share with people who buy from you. It's one customer unique selling points. But me wo ba me hwa mema recipe wo ba me hwa mema your friends say ideas wo ba me hwa anopa bia me bibia ma to mo bo asena mo nchirechire mo Rachel ye nipa for why what she say ye ton juice plus. Why should they come and buy from you especially?
Thank you for this question. But I have no idea what I have to say.
Rachel, what's that? Oh, Sister Hannah. I mean, you cried at that.
Yeah.
But Sister Hannah can
Try.
You talk for me. Me, my mind is not broke. I have to be at the spot point. Holland.
Oh, maybe. Oh.
Come to racheltuye.juiceplus.com. It's down there.
Rachel Tuye.
Yeah, at juiceplus.com. Or .nl.
Rachel Tuye at juiceplus.com. I can help Rachel a little bit if you are looking for a fun. Now, Obama Jenny, entertaining. If you are looking for that, you don't want it to be too serious. You want it to be fun. But you are still doing a very serious and laughing alongside that. Call Rachel. Don't call Rachel to help you if you've not ordered from her. And Only call Rachel for idea. What from
Yes.
That's the we need to stop. So we'll call Rachel. Say Rachel, mommy, smoothie recipe. And make sure say you bought from her. And yes, Rachel. Any contact you. I've bought Juice Plus. Can you help me? You walk on the baby. I mean help her. When you serious? I didn't do man a high music Canadian and some who could mim. Into what will pass a walk now? Cotono, you 2 E's. Okay. Call Rachel to Yena Cotoho. Rachel to you.plus.com. Order we are now for what friend was rich, my card, dear. Rich, yan the same. This is smooth in a young family room or family room for you. Eh, green, young family quite blended.
I do also my smoothie with water, not with milk.
And Mrs. I do water based.
With water, not extra.
Yeah, water based in quite because I want to cut back on the calories.
And you know, there are certain fruits also has water in it already. It's already. It just need maybe it needed just a push up of the drop of water.
Watermelon.
Somebody asked, "Oh, I use yellow melon. I use apple. I use and me use 1 cup of water. Me 6 items put in the water you.
Yeah.
Let me say watermelon, yellow melon. No, it already contains so much water. Already, just a drop, just small.
Angelina, so what are you? Angelina, what the hot tips? What your tips now? My name said in your page. My name learn all of them.
Call me
Whilst you still have her ears. Whilst you still have her ears. Ask her all those questions. That one, very important. Ajwa, what check? Ajwa, Abraham.
I'm a wow.
Okay, am I a I know. I don't know who any but in the way me one and who are you with so.
And then 24 years now, what they say.
I need you here, sa age. Now, I do it. I did what when I Rachel, dear. What when I Hannah, dear? No one matter what, dear. I didn't hear.
Okay. I mean, starting free, baby. Auntie Hannah at Casa Free, and I say side effect in him. Yes. Juice plus any side effect because I'm more BBR, no additives. I'm more chemicals be any because fruits and vegetables no. I'm more not just say or more I wash it or more iron into the capsules, then they bring it to us. So they don't add any chemicals. It has natural sugars, no added sugars. It be able to no, and you're gluten free because you're gluten sensitive.
Yeah,
and this one is gluten free. Any BBR as compared to the better no other health shop Holland and Barrett near there, no fillers, nothing. They are clean. And I would say veterinary because especially eczema. So about eczema, the chewables no is great with the orange omega.
Yeah.
Yes. The about eczema, GP, all the creams. You've tried all the creams. It's still in It's not any idea what outside. It's within. So we need to fight it from within. So what told you plus the chewables for your kids, and you buy the omega now. You see, you run and come and say, I want to join this business because I'm a back eczema echo. And then moreover and say, oh, I'll guide you how to take it. I'll help you, give you recipes with your meals, your smoothies. Let me know a video one-on-one. I'll support you in every way with all the knowledge that I've gained from Amamanse.
Nutrition once
and no.
Advert advert na no ani is amaye me gina ha ya some hwe me 3 weeks ago kura 3 weeks ago me ko gina hwehwem na me hu mafono na me se nka corona ya kume na watwe me ensani me a me hwe mafu me hu se corona not ye betina corona ya yesifie ya me nko ba bia me nya hwe. It was not going on. It was not going well. Me a me hwe me ho de mama ya konkonsa for kokko hwe me videos from 3 weeks ago be hu se na book me afna you say me am here many wa hwem na me yam she be say hey sister what is going on na sister it started say me juice plus hwem kom they wa akasa hwem kom if it works or it doesn't work hwem kom advert ni na do Auto juice plus come and so we only power work hard here now we are observant ye begina I once say I can't stand still why be abaso
No.
oh who say me nyina hostel ohana ma yesi ni mako say ya na koso obi trimo how Unya daje a video ni you we be say sense am begina so ohana ma yesi that is what yeah me too that coffee bibi masa na ko bua topa you could did na ne baby akwase ase me ya kire ne fie ko they say ya nyamo na bo so
all in juice plus energy because the energy that you get from this supplement is the best.
What is it?
Best of the world.
Hey, and pass. I said, "My yam, I actually need to na me your video. I don't know so be the camera na no ye me no. Ojina, no so. So I need to be kasana. Oye serious, especially oye serious video caller. Ma be jina ho na me ye and pass. I didn't children. It is amazing me ye live video. I don't be here be tia because say be ya me. Na mo bi sa be tia me say na me ntiminka. And then the boss is didn't come up and me jira ho na me bu na ko ehwe me din na o si me ti o huni de wonka. Yeah, besides some mass everything okay, you see yes, so boy. Everything is not good. Angelina dropped one of the most important testimonies for me. And I was hoping say she would. Me Angelina to products no woman. She's my friend. That is the casa about a friend juice plus and what friend or your nurse or your health practitioner or your ho. It's your time say ama omega ya okay it makes sense. Do you think it might be helpful? I say yes. And okay. At the time no crowd I can't them a specific condition and all the other coffee just say we use.
Give him water.
Now when she started using it now, or started say, oh, no improvement in Nibana X man is when she called me. I said, hey, Yama, I didn't know what with that. Yeah. Maybe that only the very first person of flagging of X man with me. And then the other customers know I mean to because I never for X man, I'm catching so oh, me don't say or the man and it has go try it. And it's been 100% really me. Mama will make try, they will come back and they will be marveled. We will never be alone so or send it back. Now Aquarana starting yare, no moon when I declare hammer. Aquarano onya ticks. See, once and Quarani you have or ye not twitching. Once I will buy a side, ye be a home papa. Because we didn't go from a depending on People start with especially yeah, you free curassino. Yet you curass them the baho. The best show will ban my woman will ban in our cry because your who say will buy a behave differently. And you go back and think about it as a mom. I will buy now. One who at the crow, say a neurological condition, but you who at the crow. On also, she gave it in a banner of from Yama. So man can't show us a man there to me because then you who say the Missia catcher. Nemum, about Franny started a one, my dear Mimria. Let me say, and then the mammy started to me should share the nutrition explanation for juice plus because the testimonies were confused in my head. It's me eczema or be a neurological or no say me check it ticks. Let me who says that ticks say a magnesium need some nutrients me and sebi and I say wound near It causes Can you imagine say uba yare, uba done something which is there and it's something as stupid as something in fruit or vegetable. And say what now uba no onya kwan na ono so di sa fruit ni vegetable ni bi na ono so na bra like your child is becoming something because one man the fruit or vegetable. Isn't it mad? What's happening? When you shop, Kabe vegetable farm no kranka wow be your farm na nobody. And if you don't open the number amount medication nobody is saying doctors, nobody is saying anything from a common sense scientific point of view. So it is what you eat or don't eat. Yeah, it is from what you eat or don't eat. So it is from what you eat, don't eat. Hey, it is what you eat or don't eat. About 10 years ago, I was beginning to see wrinkles. So I have fine lines, laughter lines. And obi do make a me say lasting and swati on my skin. Nti me amekwa we hwe niam a wudi a ebetimi am the same fruit and vegetables ya. It started say me di niam e be ma elastin I increase wo my skin. Na my skin aye to come. Me ja ya me jimi ba ya me ye busy. And started say air dry. Me started say me num juice plus again. I am taking no other supplement. I am 24 years.
Yes, beautiful 24.
Yay! 16.
And 10 years ago, now I'm already 14. Never near seeing eye wrinkles. Who are he, Papa? Who are you, Mehi? Who see me, baby? So, you're not crofo, besides age in years. The woman who's away. Why, my sister is Abrewa. Or people say, oh, is that your sister? Or say yes. That's it. None of work from Fantasy as a little sister. Dear was see who Abrewa or Yakorabi Abrewa. And it comes from your skin. You have wrinkles also. And when a bem waiting, I pretended. So we age for. And it also comes from when him say Adebia and you when I realizes a year with diet. A gray hair no any penya with you. Do you guys know say green is also linked with nutrient deficiency? With you when I white no
Tell us more.
Yeah.
And yama 28-year-old wa body say kusa white bra. They say na yama started no the bibi nko yi e wo wadidi. Bibi nko yi. Me say so we gray hair. E dru baby kura me nya ba ku mienu bi me start say me didi ye. Me ye me juice plus ye, not want to be seen. Ba ku kra mai. Ba ku e she ma ha mu ho na ba ku abetua ho but ne de mfa. Mu de mfa me ho.
Mama kunipa.
This is a number. Baby, I want maybe I can consider for who. And I'm the best. They say baby, I didn't say
No.
in country, I want my home. You will not see. No. When you was in the boy, you want to Who is that papa? You are no penny.
No.
I'm for some who be gray hair number.
Minimum from 20 years.
Nana.
Only 20 years. No, gray hair. I say inheritance. Can people inherit gray hair?
It can run in some families, and it's actually linked in with Edianidie because remember, say aya wuko fie bi wa ma me na mu aduane na obi adi. Aduane no in containing nutrients bi amu nyina mo la.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not always genetic. Sometimes it is the say ekwan ya mo fa so no aduane. Say wo ma me di fruit, amu nyina mo be di fruit. And to say magnesium, unse families be homonante kakra no mabre. Aya na almost family inheritance genetic. It's not genetic. Munyina mu nidi nti munyina mo ya anemic. Munyina mo ya anemic. So vitamin D issue see will be when my vitamin D is low and my sister's vitamin D is low and everybody's vitamin D is low. The Mecca say a family disease. Any family disease.
It's lower.
The woman me di. I don't know what. Now once we starting say na wo ma me ekunu a wonso sua ma me aduane a ebekun wonso. It's a very funny thing. Nti obi wo ho be catch say run family me say but it's linked with diet. Or say no, but it's genetic. Me say that be genetic. It is your behaviors mu nyina musua na mo passing it on. And the ma eniem it's not necessarily always genetic. Nju ma me anidi ye na gray hair abantem ube hu ne sa wonso hu ne di ye na so di abantem wo so ye fie di sa opa ono wo fie diabetes wo ho no start di ye ube hu ne say type 2 diabetes enye inheritance type 2 diabetes na eyabanku no o ma me start so wo the 6 balls you training wo no a say we fu abaya with the 12 no and type 2 diabetes and genetic. Every gets a stroke at 40, it's true. Well, my family move because everybody eats 10 balls of fufu and maybe at 9 o'clock. We ya no be assessor and I go so fast. No be at yan and what to be good. One nante. Move. Would di fufu ni we ya no wada. Next you. Put TV who sa ensure crap as you free fridge mama adwa we ni nsuo mreme kwa ku we ni nsuo mreme ene na ma wo papa obo akwakra ntem nya stroke at 40 no because your father refused to move one so wunyi no sansem fune na hunu se wo papa ye nti wo ka se ene na ma wo ye man of the house nti say wanya yere wonso wanya ba what just nti wo sim kwara ni nyina ntum dika woman says, if I could get the remote, go forget the toilet to now Susi Fako. And so 40 at the chrono bayo. Is it genetic? Not necessarily a behavior. We don't sit and we don't look. And men so me person mo better juice plus wo me ho because anya shake the broadcast so what na a comedy concert near ya senka abeto ticket
What's
what media bi yeah senka abekwa kogina han ka abeto ticket meboa ba wa be gina Facebook ha for 2 hours ma mo asere nkwase asere na odi osere ama de wonye papa ama me ticket ne me ton wa ha wa wasere bia wo bekọ me site ho and we used to the person mo koto me so maybe media means they do recipe bia hu me nyef bi fufuro bia me you are paying for the entertainment you got ma be hana na mboa ba betra abesre ya ma de wonye papa
no
abetra amade abesre free wo wanya hey ka ho ko sa ayi we so na me pesa moto no don't buy from the original one to we so ne kofiamfo.juiceplus.com I had am pesa okoto no wo kota email address na ba me fie he ya nti me hunu se bonya motete ho me hunu na de nkoto bi na betina ha be free comedy adwuma me de be ye e wo wedayem Many ufia bay for ye bay Canada and you made a video.
Oh, maybe that's how does the chewables look like? No. This is how the chewables look like. No, well. And you could be shares in a pet.
What's a set of it?
Set off in it there.
Me a crap.
I am that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm very terrible.
And you dread your name for any chewables, no. Obested.
Me did me not want to.
Yeah, actually, or drug dealer. They bring you no, I should say, we are the some years about seniors, your drugs, yes, drugs for sale, no, yeah, but what? No, will be a dinner, dear. Mr. Enne, for for your juice plus now. I want to press over to go and buy it just because it's a wabest. Into which Yamaka. Then, Ukoto, we now on Saka products. No, who is a 1 year, I'm a favor. You did yourself a favor. You made a life transformational decision. You are changing one kasawa pumuding, and Yaman away anyway. And Yama the energy minty, and also would to Yadikate. But a Yamantin at all. After all, water products na any ama and a bedroom. A yawo, any wabusia for, any water for, Namubi Frasia, and you see Yan products no one. Nipadro one try. It's the most researched food supplement. So. Clinical trials, drug studies, baby, and crofire. Nipa na any wamuji a chinje baby kwa. And no makwaya studies, no munina aye fine publishing. And what you say juice plus more publishing, sir. Ubenya baby. Adi am person mekeni. Yeah, kasa ni kasa abrofo no. Na komo ko Holland and Barrett. Tete na abrofo no do no anim eni e mani no. Na wo mo wonim de nso nyina akọ Holland and Barrett. And check. And I brought you home who say, I'm a Holland and Barrett, no. Maybe say my family story with iron. You know, iron tablets, it will not change my iron 1 bit. A drawback, not a Holland and Barrett for the tongue, a friend of ferroglobin. The better I'm a non ferroglobin after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's it. Ferroglobin pet. And the onipa bibi need to send me and what happens to me happens to a lot of you. So we only capsules. Now we yam a team. Now a giant we yam na win na wusu. So what area when you have on the spot because the free yamu ban yen. Iron capsules are there. I am a quite jumu and opami sorry. Just a machine that no madro na me empty me yamu nyamanya because me mistake ko tawo baby a adwuma nkwara woni teacher for wa obi abe. Everybody will die on the spot after one small part. Oh dey yin fush one chair on the 7 kwami refi. Ko you fush ba. Hey. Because GP hold on, say bra. Oh say I yes I know. Wo be ko adwuma mu toilet. Na me wo air fresh na ko wo me kwa me ham. Because say we wura toilet we spray hole na papa ni yi. Ansa na wo why mistake say what na toilet because sometimes we do so crabbles about ko firi ho aba fush. Then you play when you oh my god, what's that? What's that? Now if you walk a toilet cubicle. This is not funny. Yes, I did. Every time I'm in class, I'm just going to the loo. There's a same to be couple. But I'm Crawford, I want more toilet. But no matter Pampa, no machine in a chain, I really papa and young bones. So we're free no who say me. Namaka toilet, let me to Minko. Na fe me free nyame na me ya transaction se brade o microphone free ha na me ko na hu me ya good girl for best safe and power Mr. Bani mi bi Because I mean, Libyan. Oh, rather, catch up what I heard I'm in the negotiation. I also, and that will be Chile Globe. It was a life transformational event, and it's the same thing. Juice Plus and for and who be someone better say a life transformation because of idea be a woman friend bioavailability. Who bet me iron capsule, but your body doesn't take it up. We am betting, we am bebon, but blood anyway. That one, so we will be at well availability no what's year. Ube who say the more you take the juice plus, the more the nutrients go. It takes about a week for most people. 2 weeks. One more when you try about 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, no, ube who say you can. Okay. Now me hear baby, I didn't know what. Hana me mute kakra. Na ye wrap it hane up. Open so kasa just wave. Na mama wakasa. Bioavailability is the strongest point for Juice Plus because fruits and vegetables which your body is already trained to recognize. So we can in fancy tablets, any fancy syrups. I thought that your body just doesn't recognize it. Iron your blood will not even recognize it. Na anenam wo system ni mu ana wakọ ni egu na asa. Emfaso obi amaso. But because these are fruits and vegetables and it's naturally what your body is programmed to use, no. We use Juice Plus no nutrients na efa wo system which say the wafa apple no edi ne pepepe. A behavior our system which say the wafa broccoli no edi ne pepepe because they don't treat it, they don't process it. Instead, they said they would eat the actual fruits and vegetables, no, and your body gets the same benefit if you want. Into me pamacho, me comedy ticket, no, and then the screen, no, and the money na much ya free. Me as a link, no, so go and pay your dues for laughing. Wow, I see that to one product. Wow, I see me to 2 products. Who names was me and sana to 2 juma many will fear by for the bidding. Many one more quack by phone kabumku. Organization of your friends, which is unity. Ye bie saa ba ifo nka bom ko ni wi a ade a ye de beyo wo ho nto wa asase so happy because akoto one product pe abra wonim sa wo sere 3 mo amasere mo amasere 10 no mo masem ye ne mo nka wa adwa so de ne de ato ha scholastica.juice plus wo no wo ye nutritionist wo ye onipa aduane ne ho nem onim hunim de enti sa wo beto wo adwa ho a obetimi ama 1-to-1 friends consultation ni emu nsem and frame me ama na me I don't offer 1-to-1 consultation me dey me ye comedy e wo ha wo siri wi na wakoto and frame me for 1-to-1 consultation bia eno nya me dey entity nipa ni nyina pitch na wo moye no Rachel say wo no nso so wo ba ne ho a she will be your fun coach oni wo sire na mo entertain mo ho na or guide na or boa and say Hannah so no. Or you stay at home mom. Cheni penny ye. What was say Hannah? Now nkwara ko school no pa, ubetimi a text no so woni wini nkomo. Me wo be frem them in the classroom, me ya kwara. It is only himself you nipa. Won so woti fie. Na ubetimi a wo pese odi nkomo about Juice Plus na. Abra nkrofo nyina ye adwuma no ama me ha kwara na me mia. Sata na mo classroom ma Kwanti Hannah ho because on ofie. See at 11 o'clock, so sister Hannah wo ho or say ane no ha. Any sister Hannah ma me fa be smoothie yin kire we. Sister Hannah o ye sure say kwadu ne do so or say adwa te so. Na wa haban we say na nipa so me ya ponche. Onipa bibi ni say madani aponche. Me no ma haban. Auntie Hannah say fa bibi. Okay, you kakra free. Eno na wo hia Kwanti Hannah ho. Ntiti nipa ni nyina sem no awobo ka no. Make sure say you go to the right people. For the services we name say we here. Don't come to me when you know say we here 24 hours and come because me ni sa adaje no. Menye, minti adaje ni. Na maka na boko no wate wo ase. Ante Hannah say wo no wo sa adaje no. Nti say wo adaje na we here. Epe obi a ne bedi nkomo a na wakọ hannah.juiceplus.com no wakoto wo ho. Uto wi ansa na wafre no. Na ne na kodi nkomo. Wa anto wo no ho. Na wokọ Auntie Hannah ho na meti se wo wokọ disturb Auntie Hannah abra wo nto hwe adwuma me de obebi You better draw so back. That's answer phone in Zemuno. Mabre. Sister Rachel also sa Coneho. Open rich babe, sexy babe, nanny your friend is a juice plus now Coneho. Who we are what sister. A man yen a walk one quada. And Branty kama. Now who said your media ye be. Na Sister Rachel cannot natural. Miss Soda pay me boat to Pamiensa. We are no no, I can't agree in natural. No, no truth, no. Now the truth now you're jumbo. You be who now was starting yet to come. Come, say, would you know who back as a one word out on a man? Secret to her. Baby, to a crowd, secret baby, you are can't show. Upon the draws back to be about them. Oh, friend, what? No, I know what you when I benefits you. Sister, when the back it and me make it, me they do a D14, so we have a 4 because I'm in for me. Me friend, I say, Amma, how do we get a flat stomach? Your foolish question, Craig, will be I mean, was flat stomach and material. I was aware question. Was there some papa? Me will frame maybe some flat stomach once and me flat stomach when the end of my castle. Huh? We have banku stomach and our pa. No about me ha. Nam no I have banku stomach with ma. We have flat stomach and our pa. Now go reach out no more. What were your parents? That person will do about home. My children are autistic. Should I give them this? Wouldn't him now frame it? The person you go and buy from, if you are looking to ask those questions, is Scholastica Kunedu. Now Scholastica Kunedu ni one year your friend is saying my children are autistic. Your children are autistic, so don't add banana. Your children are autistic, so add more of this, remove this, no, and no, hey, I work the territory. It's what ye nyina ye no masem. One who ye nyina de betimi aye. Ye nyina ye se koto juice plus. Na mo mu koto juice plus no. Na unim se wo behia extra support wa. Then choose wisely. There be a wobeko. We are a team. Nti ye de emfa ye ho. Woto wo me ho a, wato wo ye ho. Woto wo Rachel ho a, wato wo ye ho. Na mom wonu a wonim services a wo behia round no. You look at the offerings and you select baby a wo de beko. Na mom nipa ye wo screen so ba kokra ye wadam for that dia and you don't go anywhere. Go buy from your friend and support your friend. The woody na chi enti wo be pay sa feed we so no. The onu nti wo bete ti edi nkomo we no. Don't go and buy from anywhere else. No send it back on ho na koto. Na onu so signposting na wo yeah ma wo be pay ha no. Onu so onya so mfaso. I think some asem no ya kan it. Na ebusuafo obi bi a mo pese mo de ka ho.
And I don't know what can it maybe.
I want to person me can some back.
Okay,
I think most of us, before most of us, we have deficiency in vitamin D, iron, and most and nipa bromanum juice plus no. Almost the first one, no more GP, no I iron tablet, no I call me a cat and say friend is saying vitamin D. Yeah, because I got vitamin D. I think it depends on baby our level. No one go high at the bed mount, but level no yet too level because it could. But a more man juice plus ni na. Your friend is say, "Omo said now they don't go to the GP anymore to take iron tablet and vitamin D." And see what I would say is say, yeah, I want to especially I don't know about people in Ghana but vitamin D. I know some more Ghana no many issues with it, but yeah, I had no. I think if you buy Juice Plus, what's that issue will be with your vitamin D levels and your iron levels are this thing it will almost say to the anti-hana kind it's expensive. But imagine say you won't and yeah man anyway because that's all you can't do all the things that you are doing today. So if you are interested, just buy the Juice Plus. Now, a friend say, a bebwa with the vitamin D levels and the iron levels. Thank you.
Pleasure. And on that note, very eloquently, Mr. Jimmy Crab, a flap, I mean, say, no, You be share later. What on the link no of nipa no a. Nipa no a no kasa say no. Scholastica. Juiceplus.com. Adwa no. Ho. Auntie Hannah. Obatuntum, beautiful Auntie Hannah. Ne de ne Hannah ofori.juiceplus.com no. Yellow Popo, Sister Rich. Rachel Tuye at so Yellow Popo Sister Rich nso na person kwa and also so Rachel Tuye at juiceplus.com and the wo na abom so wunyo nipa wusura de na won fere ade na niema hunahuna na person oba original tuntumified used to be ni but Sister Anna wo ye ni me apre title no ho tuntumification and I'm like what.
Aye, yeah,
I do we have to be Sister, I'm no better. The tuntumification
is it's breaking record. What can I swatch it? Say it. I said me 2 ideas. So what can I swatch it? What can I swatch it? Me 2 ideas.
Because I didn't want to be too malum. I said, "What they big case?"
I know my catcher. Me 2.
And because I know I said that
2 ideas. So for me 2.
Maybe I'm a bit the me yesterday. I had a bit the what is
me 2 pa?
Okay, now before my introduction sister, the sister she
say I was too and Hannah.
Maybe the end of crowd they are ordinary to be five. At the end of the day, your tuntumification. I'm telling you. What do you do? This is a serious issue for you because I had say nipa woman opportunity to woman also look at this one. Where?
Oh, yeah, put him in tentem.
I know what
And that is a beauty.
I'm telling you. What's I said to that we hear younger, especially you to our pump and Hannah young, and I was also talking to this is a sister Hannah title. No,
Maggie. What not watch it?
I'm telling you. Hey, shit, what's that? Who that be to beach? Then we had to fish. But to say, was on the beach, and I am here. But I need to top up this to fish. Hey, I to a part I enjoyed it, sister. Yeah, Jeffrey.
Magic. Mama, what did I am? This one be.
I come a car to no condition. Because I'm a car to no condition is because it's the title. Hey!
Where the cacra, yeah. I am Obisum Nibi. Sorry, so no Bisum Nibi.
Because me buy to me fight I'm a young woman in some full area. This will be a Jimmy title correct for 3 points. Or start to say, and I can be baby sassy. What do you train your trade the way I had title? I feel me here to be
But you are still the queen. You still carry your crown.
Then I've accepted me that she is to be fight. The sister is to be where? And it is very beautiful. I am who was smooth, even complexion, and it's dark. Maybe taste, no. That is what I want. You know, rich babe, if you say it's very good for rich babe, but for me, this woman, I'm a favorite project to vacation. The yellow pawpaw na teacher, you have to also acknowledge the yellow pawpaw. It's beautiful.
Say what freeze you?
And
What freeze?
hey, network, you steady what in the dance immunity. Network. Ebusia for Mutiminka.
Yeah,
I
yes,
don't know.
I'm what is 10 minute network.
Say what freeze?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make
What freeze? Yeti unka afedi aye kama.
the Yamiase, any ebusia for. Oh, my main family na one of these days, near Bessia ba on, and no recruitment, and then yeah, the Tomadi. Wow, what's it called? And our person will be joining any business. So free you movie, you bet me the work I team no. Near the war yard, near Yaya Penka. But month end, and they are Chiamunaka. In Chiamokana or Chinani Naditi. If you car, you be back farmer. The best thing you can do for yourself is to invest in your health. Check out the link. Go place your orders. If you don't know what to order, that's with us. Wow. Now we choose the wow. Mummy and Fabusi ha. Ye the moon in edge and yammy. Your best year share. Oh, bad. There was some food people. You be shower.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ah.
Today